Hi class, it's Miss Dunagan again. I hope you all enjoyed my first book talk and I hope you're excited for my second. So for my second book talk, I have chose Living with Mom and Living with Dad, written by Melanie Walsh. This book is really interesting because it also talks about that diversity of growing up. This young character never actually says their name, but this character lives with both their mom and their dad. So this means that this child's parents are divorced, which means that they no longer live together. So throughout this story, it talks about the different accommodations that each parent gives to the young character. However, even though that the parents do not live together, they still do what's best for their child. And it also means that they go to performances, recitals, and so much more because they are always coming together for their child. The reason I chose this is because it's a very interesting book, and it also talks about that diversity, which can really appeal to some students who are dealing with divorced parents. So let's dig into the story. I love this book because of the illustrations. For example, it says, "My mom and dad don't live together anymore, so sometimes I live here with my mom and my cat in our house with the pink door." So here you can see the character, her mom, and their pink door and the cat. Then it's really cool about the story because it actually has pop-up illustrations. So then it says, "And sometimes I live with my dad in our apartment in an apartment at the top of the building." So here you can see the character and their dad at the top of the building. So this book continues to talk about the different styles that their parents have in their bedroom. So for example, I have yellow walls in my bedroom at my mom's house and flower wallpaper in my bedroom at my dad's. So it just compares and contrasts the different living situations. And both parents know that this child gets spooked out at night, so likes to have some lights on. So for example, at the mom's house, she has a panda light, and at the dad's has butterfly lights. So this book just really focuses on comparing and contrasting what each of the parents have at their different homes. Even though the child lives in two different places throughout the week and alternates living with their mom and alternates living with their dad, the child does not mind because deep down they always know that their parents love them. So the last page is probably my favorite because it says, "My mom and dad love me a lot, and so does everyone else in my family." And it lists off little Fiona, cousin Ruby, Uncle Brian, me, Granny and Gramps, Blossom, Aunt Pearl, and Albert. So I think these are all families from both sides of the family, on the mom's side and the dad. So even though the parents are still divorced and don't live together, that does not mean that families pick or choose between who lives with who or who's going to see the child and such and so forth. So I really like this book because it again talks about that diversity, and I think it's really going to appeal to students who are going through this exact same situation. It is a great resource for students to use because they're always going to know that deep down their parents are going to do the best thing that's for them, because at the end of the day it's what's best for their child. They're going to put aside their differences and come together for their child. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy this book, and I'm excited to read your post on the discussion later on my blog. Alright, see you later.